everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Real Housewives of Potomac review. You already know, before we get started, make sure you hit the like button if you like these type of videos. Subscribe and turn the notification bell on, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a few days late. You know, it is what it is, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it now, because I know y'all are ready to hear my opinion. Alright, so I don't have any notes, so we're just going to get into everything that I remember. The episode starts off with the last one ended again. And Giselle basically tells Ashley that her and Candice need to have a sidebar when they get back. I was actually really happy to see that, because I was just like, if y'all tell this girl's business at this dinner table, throw the whole franchise away. Well, no. Really don't throw the whole franchise away, but throw the friendships away for sure. So they waited until they got back to the house. Everybody was doing a like they were starting up a bonfire. So all the other women were outside doing that, while Ashley was upstairs getting Dean put down, and Giselle and Candice stayed downstairs waiting on Ashley. Now, Monique kept kind of coming in and out. She was like trying to be nosy, like, what y'all whispering about? What's going on here? And I mean, you already know when you see Giselle having a sidebar, it's messy, you know. So I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I probably would have been like, what y'all talking about? Why can't I know? Because that's essentially how Monique was. Don't get me, but she was a little bit aggravating, like coming in and out. But it's her house, so if you ain't want her to be involved, I don't know, wait till y'all got back to Potomac, I guess. I don't know. This is her house. She can kind of come in and out as she pleases. But anyway, Candice and Giselle were clearly annoyed by that. Ashley finally comes downstairs. They show her the text messages. She reads them. And I will say that if this is all like first-hand, like, if this is all first-hand news, Ashley knows how to keep a straight face, just like, he was in the hotel room with strippers. A husband, a wife, and a boyfriend. Well, I'll definitely speak with Michael and see what's going on. Like, she was very, very like calm, almost like these type of things are not a shock to her, you know. She also revealed that they had an agreement that he would stop frequenting strip clubs because they had an issue before with him coming home smelling like perfume. And as she says, that she checks emails and text messages and sniffs your drawers. And I'm like, if you got to do all of that, baby, you probably don't need to be in the relationship. Am I wrong? Y'all drop down in the comments, tell me if I'm tripping. But like, if I got to do all of that, I have to sniff your drawers, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. But again, she seems to be kind of like unfazed by this news, and she, you know, thanks the girls for taking her aside. So it ended up being a pretty decent little powwow. Also, I'm mad that they showed the preview of her and Michael sitting down for this episode, and that's still not till next week. Bravo is tripping. Bravo, these Bravo editors are shady. Then everybody goes outside to the bonfire. They try to have s'mores. We wish Giselle off because she's going to do this little award thing for the book that nobody read, and apparently she won the award. Who read the book? If you read the book, comment down below. But you know, yay for her. So as the night is ending, who was it? Candice, Wendy, Karen, and Monique go downstairs to the bar, and they start taking fireball shots. And drunk Karen is a mess. I feel like I would love to party with drunk Karen. If you have not seen Lit Karen, make sure that you check up here to this little bubble and check out the live between her and Monique, because Lit Karen is hilarious. They were down there just talking, and you know, she kind of let it slip that her and Ray are really struggling. They're really struggling. And I know I've watched a lot of people's reviews talking about how they don't believe that that's true, and that they believe that she's just putting on for the show. I do not believe that. I feel like Karen is very, very specific about her image and the things that she lets out there. And the fact that she's said it this many times, and she's like, that is the first thing she goes to talk about when she's in a drunken state, says to me that there's some validity to it, and that her and Ray really are not seeing it for each other right now. I hate to see it. I hate to see it. The next day the husbands come, and well, all the husbands except for Michael and Juan, but I mean Juan isn't a husband, so I guess that doesn't count. But you know, the other husbands come. We have Wendy's husband, who I can't remember his name. I think it was Eddie. We also we get to see a little bit more, a different side of Wendy with her husband. We find out that she does not get along with his family. Now, Layla Lynn does a whole breakdown on her channel about why it's believed that the families don't get along, and it's because of a caste system over in Africa. If you want to check that out, I'll try to leave a card or something up here or in the description box. But it was a really nice breakdown, so it did have me interested to kind of get to see them a little bit more. I want to see their family dynamic a little bit more. They talked about how his parents did not go to the wedding, and they basically told all their friends, if you go, we're just owning you. With as accomplished as Wendy is and all of that, you would think that parents would be happy, you know, for their child to be with someone that's clearly educated, successful, articulate, those type of things. But apparently that doesn't matter. They play a game where the men are supposed to imitate the women. I think the funniest one was definitely Chris and Candice, where he was like, hi, yes, I miss USA. Flip the switch. Get out of my house. I just thought that was really funny. It was very lighthearted. Ashley was laughing. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny with Chris and Monique. That was like a little slick adult joke. That was kind of funny. Wendy said something, I believe, where like, oh, if that's the first thing that your husband thinks about when he's supposed to be imitating you, that's a problem. I mean, no. It was a joke. I thought it was funny. It's an adult joke. Who cares? You know? And maybe that's the first thing you think of, you know? Maybe she got that fire. You know? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Clearly it got her a lake house and 3-4 of the homes. So this was very much so a fillerish episode. We could have kept Monique's lake house trip to like a 2-episode thing, honestly. Everybody is now beginning to leave. It's like, it seemed almost like as soon as the men got there, like they ate and then they went home. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. Everybody's getting packed up. Everybody's getting ready to leave. We see Ashley and Baby Dean. Chris is holding Baby Dean like, oh, we could do another one. Monique is not here for that. Everybody else is leaving, and Monique is saying that she's clearly tired and exhausted. I mean, they probably stayed up to the wee hours of the morning drinking, had to get up, and then being a host on any type of trip is exhausting. And so, oh, I almost forgot. How did I forget? So there comes a point where Candice and Monique get into it, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I don't know why or how or when it had went left. Maybe y'all can drop down in the comments. I might have been looking on my phone or something. But all I know is, well, the next thing, they were all sitting out by the pool. Then the next thing I know, Candice is walking away. And Monique is talking about how she always wants things on her terms. I completely missed how this conversation went left. And so after that, there were little jabs kind of being taken during the rest of the trip. Like, they asked Monique, oh, where's Candice? And Monique's like, oh, well, we got into it, so she's probably in her room hiding. Monique's like, no. I mean, Candice is like, nope, here I am. Like, that was a jab. That was unnecessary. But because of whatever that argument was, or that tension that they had was, when it came time for Monique to leave, not Monique, I don't know why I keep getting them confused. When it came time for Candice to leave and Monique was laying on the couch and she was sleeping, Candice says bye to Chris, thank you for having us, and she kind of does like a little to Monique, and Monique is sleeping, and Candice believes that she was fake sleeping and that she just didn't want to say bye. Like, Candice was like, with all this class and decorum that Monique claims to have, for her to be sleeping, not, you know, seeing her guests off, just seems fake and doesn't seem real. I wouldn't have read all of that into that personally. If the girl is tired, she sleeps, she sleep. If you really cared, you'd have hit her on the knee real quick. Alright, girl, I see you. You know? So I don't understand why there was this big of like a rift or issue with Monique not saying bye. Some people believe that she was fake sleeping. I don't know. She said she was tired. Like, she could have just really been sleeping. Like, I'm one of them people, honey. I don't care what's going on around me. If I'm tired, I'm tired. I go sleep, you know. So apparently this is basically the underlying reason for why Monique and Candice get into their physical altercation. And if that's the case, it's not a good enough reason. Like, it's not, in my opinion. Yeah, it's a lot of frenemy, like, type of vibe between them, but it's not a good enough reason for them to come to full fisticuffs, in my opinion. Y'all drop down and y'all let me know. That's the end of Real Housewives of Potomac. Like I said, this was a real fillerish episode. You know, y'all could have really condensed this between the last two. Potomac, you was hot. Now, it started off hot. Now we're at like a little bit of a little sizzle. I need y'all to heat it back up again, okay? Drop down in the comments if I forgot anything. Like I said, I ain't write no notes on the show. I was just watching it, trying to see what was going on, what stood out to me. Wasn't too much that stood out. But if y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about, drop down in the comments. We can get the discussion popping down below. And I will see y'all very soon, because I have a whole lot more videos to review and talk about. Before I let you go, please don't forget to click the link down in my description box and join my Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you get early access to my videos, custom content, and a whole host of other things. So if you would like to join my Patreon, shout out to my beauties, you can do that down below. Peace.